Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chapter 5, Season 3. Pretty much everything that we've been promised in Chapter 5, Season 3, so far, from what I've seen, has actually been pretty well. Why do I say I've seen it all? Well, first of all, just the leaks on Twitter. I mean, those have been going pretty rampant. But I also played a little bit, as you can see, because I tried to record this video. I did record this entire video. However, my mic through OBS was entirely muted, so you didn't hear me at all. But that's okay. I still got the footage. I still have the footage of the battle pass and looking at the quests and well, not quests, but the new POIs, and I take you through all the new POIs. So it's pretty much going to be a commentary stream, commentary video actually, over anything else right now. So with that said, enjoy. Okay, so as we are scrolling through the battle pass and just showing off what new skins are in the battle pass, I do want to bring up that thus far, from what I've heard from other content creators and other streamers, some people have said that this season is getting some really good reviews to start out, but the only one that I've heard thus far that has not been having a good time is Ninja. He has pointed out that there are other flaws to the season. For example, the armored cars. I think there's a mythic armored card that he had said that basically just was practically invincible, and you could die from it. If you get run over by it, you could just die from it. Literally die from it. Plus, for the other weapons, I can kind of understand where he's coming from, but to be fair, as you're going to see in this video, I do pick up some weapons. Unfortunately, I just don't ever have a chance to really use them. But you will see them probably be put into use when I go live on Twitch. But you can see here, we've got Ringmaster Scar and all the cosmetics you can get with her. And then going over on the next page, we've got Ruiner Scar and all the cosmetics you can get with her. So far, she actually does look pretty cool, I will say. But nonetheless, I can only go off. I can't really just base my opinion around what other people say. I have to form my own opinion. But as far as the Nitro Dome, from what I've seen and what you're about to see as well, I'm not 100% sure there's really a whole lot of loot over there, but you know, we'll just have to find out once we play a little bit more in the season. But there's Hot Rod T60 armor, power armor, really, I should say. Bright Raider, which I think, in my opinion, is one of the 3 coolest skins in the Battle Pass. My alarm's going off, sorry. Of course, Ruiner Scar, definitely a really cool skin. The other skin that had the Metallica shirt, I forgot his name, but he's also a really cool skin. But Pastel Bright Raider definitely is amongst that top 3. And then there's Megalodon. Honestly, a really, really cool skin, if I may say. And then Get Nitro. This is so basically full form. And you could see on my face, the reason why I'm making the face that I am is because I thought he buffed up a little bit. But you could see now, we've transitioned over to looking at the new 3 POIs that we're about to go to. We're going to be starting off over by Redline Rig. Then we're going to be going over to Brutal Beachhead. And then our last destination will be over at Nitro Dome. So you can also see down there as well. You can also see it down on the bottom left-hand side of the corner of the map. You can see that Snooty has been changed as well. It is now called Sandy Steps. Sandy Steps. You can hear that I can talk because obviously the southern part of the map has basically been wrecked. So it's going to be a very sort of interesting. You're going to see the gameplay, of course. My gameplay sucks because, one, beginning of season sweats are just absolutely a hassle to deal with. And also, number 2, by the time that I was recording this, I had just woken up. So definitely not something that you want to see. But you can see we're already getting into the gameplay. You can see that the G-Wagons are also back in the game as well. They somehow disappeared. I'm not sure why. But yeah, I don't even know what else to say. But we're also rocking the Tier 1 Battle Pass skin which also is pretty cool. So I might turn that top 3 into a top 4, if I may say. This is also another thing that I feel like people are going to be struggling with for the first week of the season, and that's trying to figure out where all the loot's going to be. So you got the combat shoddy. Unfortunately, I missed my shot with the combat shoddy because, you know, I'm a really great shot. But I definitely did get the kill. Warforges are still in the game. Huntress DMRs are still in the game. And also, you can see the Nitro Fists are in action. So, unfortunately, I do feel like as this season progresses, the Nitro Fists are going to get absolutely abused. Next one, we go to Brutal Beachhead. And unfortunately, I didn't really get a chance to explore this POI. At least not a whole lot. I didn't really go inside of the boat, but there's not really a whole lot to see here. The Gatekeeper Shoddy, of course, still in the game. You're also going to see the Nitro, I think it was the Nitro Splash. And the Nitro Splash is in action, and I definitely think this is going to be a really cool thing to use whenever you're trying to get away. You can also see the Enforcer AR is now back in the game, and this is basically where people are going to start playing like assholes. And I should have left this spot, honestly. I don't know what I was thinking by just staying there, but you can definitely tell this probably may be just how people play. So the last stop that we are going to be taking is over at Nitro Dome. And this is where I mentioned that pretty much there's probably not going to be a whole lot of loot to find because I'm not sure. Well, partially what I said before was people are going to have a hard time memorizing where the chests are and where the loot is. So it's definitely going to be one of those types of chapters where people are still just trying to learn the POIs, learn where the chests are, learn where that loot is. Ninja, I mean, has probably made this his landing spot for the last couple of hours from what I've heard that he's gone live. But he just has not been having a good time whatsoever with this new season thus far. I can't blame him because he has basically formulated his own opinion just based around from what he's seen and what he's experienced with this season, and I can't really blame him for his reaction. I mean, I would be upset too. But nonetheless, you can see I got the kill with the Gatekeeper Shoddy. And the other thing that's going to be really difficult here at the Nitro Dome is that the music is going to be absolutely blaring. So the kick drums, there's a decent chance that it may sound like footsteps. You can also see the cars with the modded weapons on them as well. That's going to be put into action here in just a second. Because it has this car has a grenade launcher, and I also was getting technically teamed on, so I just definitely bailed. And yes, again, just to review, the other problem that I feel like is going to be a thing, especially when you come to these gas stations, is going to be loot, because because sometimes whenever you go to gas stations, you may or may not be expecting loot. So that's going to be something to really be careful of. These rings, of course, these boost soups were actually really cool. I really do like them because they're also really good. I think there's definitely another thing to use to definitely try to get away, especially in these G-Wagons, because these Jeeps typically are not that good of transportation. You can definitely see I'm just trying to ambush this player, and it just did not work out so well. But thus far, Chapter 5, Season 3, in my book, little bit of a rocky start, but for what it is, it's not too bad.
So yeah, as you can definitely tell through that, obviously at the beginning of the season, I suck. Partially because the sweats are just absolutely going crazy at the beginning of the season. And also, I just woke up as well. But you know, we tried my absolute best, and unfortunately, I couldn't really get a whole lot into the video. But hey, I got at least what I could with the POIs, new weapons. Really, it's one new weapon with the combat shoddy. That has been well, that obviously it's cool to see the combat shoddy back. As far as all the POIs, like I said, so definitely got to see the the modded cars. You saw that. I don't even know, man. There's just a lot going on right now because first of all, as you saw, people are going to absolutely abuse the fists. They're also going to play like assholes, kind of like what you saw with the mecha team leader, basically just chopping me out, because, you know, I didn't know that was gonna happen, but you know, it is what it is. First week of season, sweats are gonna play like assholes anyway, so it kind of is what it is. But oh well. What do you guys think of Chapter 5 Season 3? Nonetheless, I want to know in the comments down below. Thank you guys a lot for watching. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a like. Be sure to give it a like. And if you haven't considered subscribing yet, recommend you do so to keep up with some fine content coming out in the near future. And if you want, and definitely for sure, we're going to be streaming more of Chapter 5 Season 3 right over on twitch.tv/11. Link is in the description for that as well. And guys, stay hyped. See you in the next one.